Saved by the bell. Again. I'm like the Incredible Hulk, except my powers only work when I'm scared silly. That's the second time I've opened a shift by instinct alone when I've been in mortal danger. The frustrating thing is, I still don't know how to do it when I'm not scared. Wait, didn't the old lady say I should use what I do best to focus my talents? Is running away really what I do best? Come to think of it, why did the shift dump me here? I wasn't even thinking about the studio.
Welcome back, of course, to The Longest Journey, and we are in Chapter 11. Last time we explored Arcadia, which was about to get attacked by the Tyren. And we escaped before we actually had to deal with them. And now we are back in the world of Stark, the regular world as it were, where there's not so much magic. And we're in this art studio where we've worked way in the beginning of the game. Our paintbrush and palette.
My paintbrush and palette. What more could a girl need? Maybe a blank canvas, a handsome nude model, and 6 hours of uninterrupted painting.
Yeah. Look at your canvas.
Strange. It almost looks as if my painting has changed since the last time I was here. The colors are more vivid, more real. It's still got a way to go before it resembles anything, though. I'm way past finger painting. I need a paintbrush and palette. It's Emma's contribution to the exhibition. I have no idea what it is, and neither, apparently, does she. But it looks absolutely beautiful.
It's a dragon, obviously. Well, we can try and finish the painting.
The old woman, Lady Alvane, was it? She said something about using my craft to focus my powers, to learn how to open a shift at will. I guess it's worth a try. I did it! On my own, I did it!
April.
Oh, Mother. What's wrong with you?
Touch me, April.
Oh, poor dragon.
What's happening to you, Mother?
I am dying, April.
But you can't die. You're the Mother, the White Dragon. You're eternal. Aren't you?
The mother is, April, but I am not. It is time for the new to replace the old, for the seed to grow into a flower, and for the withered and the gray to turn to dust and pass on into the ages.
Help me understand, please.
Take my blue eye, the crystal. You need it.
But I can't.
Take it, quickly.
Thank you. Please don't go.
Poor
I
thing.
am tired. The war with chaos has taken its toll on me. I wish I could have seen my children grow up.
When will the egg hatch?
When I die and turn to dust, be here then to witness the new mother.
I promise.
Be who you are, April. Do not be afraid of that.
Who am I?
My daughter. My own daughter.
Be who you are. Sister? Sister.
Your sister's a dragon.
I can do it now. I can shift. It's not easy, but I can do it. Ironic as it may be, though, I think I've done all I can do in Arcadia. I have the 2 Arcadian Dragon's Eye jewels, the disc, and the star map. Now I need to find the Guardian, the 2 missing jewels, and somebody who can help me decipher the star map, and I have to look for those things here, in Stark.
The white jewel.
It's the White Dragon's Eye jewel.
New diary entries. Several of them. Okay, there's 3 pages to read, so I'll do that, get that out of the way. Again with the last minute shifting. What's up with that? Who's doing this? Am I really opening a shift on my own without realizing it? And can I only do this when I'm scared out of my mind? That's not particularly convenient. Keep in mind, this is from the end of last episode, so that's before her realization she had just now. But now I'm just thinking about myself, which I have a nasty habit of doing. What about Minstrom Yaren and Brian and all the other people left in Marcuria? They're facing an army with nothing but their courage. How are they going to cope? I have it easy. I can always run away. They can't. They have too much to fight for. I'll just have to help them out the only way I know how, by finishing what I started. I still need to go back to Arcadia one last time to retrieve the 2nd Dragon's Eye jewel, and I think I know where to find it, where all this started. The only question is, how do I get there? Lady Alvane said to use my talent to focus my powers, and my only talent is art. Okay, so we've done that. We got the Dragon's Eye. Sunday, late afternoon. The White Dragon is dead, but she lives on in her daughter, in the White Dragon Reborn. But to know now that she was my mother, my real mother, I don't know how to feel anymore. Is it true? It is, because I feel that it is, and because that would explain so much. My journey did begin with an answer, like the old dragon told me, and it's only now that I know the question. Who am I? I'm the daughter of the White of the Draic kin, which makes me one of the kin, whatever that means. So am I still April Ryan? Am I still myself? I don't even know that. I've always known I was adopted, but to know that I'm not even really human, that I was put on this earth for a purpose, and that everything happens for a reason. Scary. Suddenly, the prospect of becoming Guardian doesn't seem so impossible after all. At least it would put an end to all my problems for the time being. Kinda like checking out of the world for a time, 1,000 years. Right, so here's the plan. I got the disc, I got 2 of the Dragon's Eye jewels, I got the star map, and Burns Flipper should have my fake ID ready right about now. Which means I can get to Grendel Avenue, where the Vanguard have their headquarters, and with luck, I'll be able to find out what they know about the Guardian, if they have him. Also, I need to find somebody to decode this star map for me, to find out where the entrance to the Guardian's realm is located. That done, I just need to find the second 2 jewels. Cortez told me he knew where to find them, so this means I'll have to find him. God, my schedule's really packed, isn't it? It's all easier said than done. The pastor doesn't seem to be here. Father Raoul. And we still probably want to be careful because I'm sure that they're still looking for us. The Vanguard. We gotta go to Burns Flipper. And this time, unlike last time I tried to visit, he should actually have our fake ID. And then we'll have to get to a more dangerous area, probably. Oh, the door's open, so that's nice. Means we don't have to worry about knocking on the door. Into the pit we go. And then we're at Flipper's place.
Sorry I'm late.
Whoa! It's the fake ID girl. Hold on.
You got it?
Where you been, man? I've been holding on to this for a week now. Yeah, a week.
What's the trouble? I paid up front.
What's the trouble? What's the fucking trouble? The trouble is, baby, this thing's hot. It sizzles, man. They catch me with the shit on my hands, they give me 20 at least.
Like you wouldn't get twice that for any of the stuff you have in here.
Yeah, but that's mine, man. Mine. My problem. This here is yours. Shit, take it. I don't want it anymore. What up?
Thanks, man.
That's all.
That's actually not all. I want to look at the ID card.
My own mid and upper level ID card. A girl's best friend. I never imagined I'd one day be carrying one of these babies. Not unless I married a lawyer, a doctor, or a screen repairman.
Can you decode the star map?
Any chance of you deciphering this for me?
Looks old. This old? It looks old. It's gotta be old. What do you do, rip off a museum or something? Because I'm cool with that.
It was a gift. Would you be able to calculate the coordinates of that cross based on the positions of the stars?
Shouldn't be a problem, as long as this thing's accurate. I'll just do some chem trace tests, see when it was made, and then figure out the rotation of the constellations and calculate the... Yeah, sure.
And what's it gonna cost me?
This time, you still got credit from the AG unit you gave me. Works like a fucking charm, I'll tell you, baby. It's hot, I can float like the wind. Toots! Even with two people on at the same time, oh yeah.
I don't want to know that. So, when can I get the results?
Can't do the chem tests here, but I'll call a friend of mine, owes me a favor. Come back later. Yeah, later, much later.
Sure.
And hey, don't wait a week this time.
Got it.
Did he ad-lib some of that, or did they just figure they weren't gonna transcribe all the lines he said during some of that? Oh well. Well, the star map is in good care, and we just have to leave it there for now. Then we have to go to Metro Circle, which is the way to the richer part of town. I'm afraid we're gonna get nabbed any moment. Okay, this time, over here, there was the elevators. I think that's where we want to go. And we should be able to get in with the use of our ID card, maybe.
It's a police officer.
It is a police officer.
This is one of the smallest cross-level elevators I've seen. The big ones can carry up to 100 people at a time, and they go way fast. I've never been inside one, of course.
Just walk up to it. Oh, well, look at that. We can just get in, no problem. And so this has got to be one of the more upscale areas of the city. This guy just threw a pizza box.
It's a pizza box.
Grab it. Maybe we can pretend we're delivering it. There's also just a pizza stand here. Pizza machine.
It's a bingo instant pizza machine. I never liked those things. They taste like artificially flavored cardboard boiled in grease.
I am sorry, but this bingo instant pizza maker has been shut down by order of the Newport Department of Biological Warfare.
About time, too.
If you or anyone in your immediate family has enjoyed a delicious bingo instant pizza recently, please report to an area hospital as soon as possible. Have a nice day.
Wow, okay, I guess, good thing you don't like them, April. Where do we go? There's one here, the shuttle, and the tubes. And the boutique. Can we go in?
They got the coolest clothes in that store. The coolest and most expensive. I saved for months to buy a pair of socks there once. The coolest pair of socks I ever had. I could definitely do with a change of clothes, and so what if this store's way out of my league? After what I've been through, I deserve to splurge a little. I look good, I feel good. Thank God they had a thermal shower in there. I needed a proper disinfection and delousing.
You look great. And probably blend in a lot better than that outfit from Arcadia.
I can literally feel the price of this outfit. Nice.
Nice.
She's one of those chirpily soulless plastic-faced sales reps specifically bred for one single-minded purpose: to make you sign a colonization contract.
Here's the area just named the Tubes. What is this, though? This is like
Today's arrivals,
airport
shuttles
terminal.
are inbound from most of the orbiting stations, but traffic from the Morning Star dominates.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you today?
Fantastic, and you?
I am just fine, ma'am. Thanks for asking.
Well, isn't that just peachy?
I guess. How may I help you today, ma'am?
How does it feel? Okay, I gotta ask.
How does it feel working for the dark side?
Pardon me, ma'am?
I mean, it's slavery, isn't it?
Certainly not. That's a popular misconception. In fact, our colonists are given the best of care, a job suited to their talents, and a full salary.
You tell yourself that if that makes it easier to sleep at night. That's all, thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Please come back and see us again.
You just walk up to someone and tell them, hey, did you know you're working for, like, an evil company and you do bad things? That's all, bye. That's our bit of activism done for today. And the only way to go from here is take the actual shuttle. Would you look at that? This place they've been hiding from us for all this time. The real fancy places.
It's a bored-looking policeman.
Let's ask him for directions.
Officer,
Yes, ma'am?
can you direct me to the MTI building?
Certainly. See that huge, massive, towering building over there?
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Well, can't miss it, apparently. Thank you.
Wow, it's a faux Roman palace. How very Las Vegas.
Hello.
Scary. I believe that circle with a big X through it is supposed to represent the destruction of the balance. These guys don't get around. Stunning. In a creepy neo-fascist way.
Hush.
Click.
That's the only elevator in the building? I wonder what they do during rush hours.
Who's this?
He looks like a receptionist. Hi there, Jerry.
Gerald, do you have an appointment?
Oh, what do we say?
I'm visiting a friend of mine.
Oh, really? Then your name would be in my appointment diary, yes?
I don't know. I don't really have an appointment.
You don't say. And do you really have a friend in the building?
Kind of.
No.
Then I suggest you turn around and walk out of here, miss. This is a private building.
Can I bribe you?
Can I bribe you?
I'm sorry. What?
Pay you to let me slip by you, unnoticed, into the elevator?
For goodness sake, miss, absolutely not. I am not your common lowlife.
I'm sure even a stand-up guy like you, Jerry, needs some pocket change now and then.
Gerald! And no, I do not. Now I would like you to leave. Immediately.
What floor is Jacob McAllen on?
We do not have a Jacob McAllen working here, miss.
Do you have any McAllens at all? I'm not picky.
I am not about to divulge any private information to a person such as yourself.
What's wrong with people
Good
like
for
myself?
you, Jerry.
Jerry.
Gerald! It would be so nice if you left now, miss.
How do I call the elevator?
You do not, miss. I call it.
All right, thanks.
No, you misunderstand. I call it. For people who work in the building, or for those with appointments with the people who work in the building. You are... how shall I put this? Street vermin. A hooligan. Scum.
You were homesick the day they taught diplomacy, weren't you, Jerry?
Gerald, please leave the building.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Gerald! And if you do not leave, miss, I will be forced to call the police.
Well, what if I told you I have a delivery? Would you believe me?
Got a pizza delivery for Mr. McAllen.
Really? There's been no... Wait a second. Weren't you in here before?
Me? Nah. Been delivering pies to to Venice. I ain't been up here before. Nice hood, clean pavements, good air.
I could have sworn... Oh, very well. Give me the pizza and I will see to it that it's delivered to Mr. McAllen as soon as possible.
No can-do, guy. This has got to be delivered now before it gets cold. You know how Mr. McAllen gets when his mozzarella is cold.
I can't very well leave my post, so... All right. Step into the elevator and I will send you to Mr. McAllen's office. But I want you back down here pronto, do you understand?
Oh, of course. Natural 20 rolled on my deception check. If this doesn't scream evil mastermind, I don't know what does. Reminds me of Palpatine's office in the Star Wars prequels.
That's an amazing view. I can see clear across the city. What is that? It looks... God, it looks human! I'd guess the Vanguard are growing these creatures for a purpose. Maybe soldiers? That's one war I'll do my best to prevent. I don't know what they're growing in these tanks, but whatever it is, it's disgusting and alive.
Well, that's very gross then.
I don't know what they're growing in these... They're humanoid. There are documents scattered all over the desk.
Take them. I want all those documents.
Papers. There's nothing here that's my name. And my address. Obviously there's... God, they've been tracking me, watching me. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, I worried that this was gonna happen.
You were the last person I'd expect to find here, Shifter. I've spent an obscene amount of money and resources tracking you down. Since before we knew your name. Before you even came to Newport. And then you simply walk into my lap. Like a mouse into a great big trap. Looking for the cheese, I'd imagine. The Guardian. Well, he's not here, I'm sorry to say. He's being held elsewhere, awaiting your directions. You do have them, yes. The directions to the Guardian's realm.
I don't have that, actually. He talks very similar to the other bad guy that was working for him.
Sorry, but I never managed to find the entrance to the Guardian's realm.
Pity, really. And I thought you'd done so well on your journey across Arcadia. At least you have the disc and the 2 jewels I'm missing in your possession. So good of you to bring them here. I thought I might have to go pick them up myself.
I have friends.
Oh, you do? You do? The very best friends, too. Don't make me laugh, girl. Did you really expect your good buddy Cortez to tell you the truth? Or to come to your rescue like a knight in shining armor? He's been using you. Tobias, Cortez, the bloody kin, all your friends. They've been using you for their own selfish reasons. They're no different from me, Shifter. No different at all.
I'd like to not be used by anybody.
How have they been using me?
The Sentinel. They say one thing, I say another. It's all subjective, isn't it? Does the fact that I want to reunite the worlds and allow mankind its true destiny sound like an evil deed?
No, but the way you go about it...
The way I go about it? What about the damned Sentinel? They've kept the truth from most people for millennia. They've buried the past and indoctrinated Arcadians into their own outdated faith. No. You have been kept from the truth just as much as everyone, Shifter. You are just a piece in a grand game of chess. You're not even a big piece. You're a pawn. Now, give me the disc and the jewels, the dragon eyes, and then we can wrap this game up. I'm quite certain you know more than you let on about the Guardian's realm as well. I'll have that information too, very soon.
Are you going to torture it out of me? Yeah, here's the... here's the stuff.
All right, I give up. Here's the disc and the jewels.
You
I
see,
couldn't just run away.
I wasn't lying to you, unlike some of your accomplices. You don't have a choice. You must give me what you have.
Fine. Who the hell cares anyway? I'm exhausted and I give up. Cortez has abandoned me. I've hurt my 2 best friends in the world and... Maybe you're right. Maybe you're no different from the Sentinel. Maybe they're as bad as you, and maybe you deserve each other. It doesn't matter, you've won. What are you gonna do now?
Let me guess. This is where the heroine coaxes a confession from the villain before the final act of the play commences. Very well. I'm all for a satisfying denouement. What now? I have the Guardian, I have the disc, and the jewels, the key to the tower. And soon, if you play along like a nice little girl, I'll know where the gateway is.
So you don't need me anymore?
Apparently not. I thought I might, so I decided not to kill you. But now that I have the Guardian himself, your role in this game is up. After you tell me what I need to know, of course.
Then what will happen to me?
Nothing. I'll let you go. You can do me no harm, and I'm not a cruel man. Not unusually so, at any rate.
What happened to Cortez?
What happened to Cortez?
Cortez. I had Gordon take care of him. He was just interfering too much for his own sake. There are rules, and he broke them. He brought you into... He broke the rules.
Okay, and what will you do once you can enter the Guardian's realm?
What will you do once you open the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
Gordon Alloway will take the Guardian's place in the tower, and he will rule according to my plan. The worlds will be reunited, and the Earth will be one realm, as it was, and as it should be.
So, this is all part of your master plan to rule the Earth?
When you put it like that, I guess... yes. But I'll be a fair and just ruler, my dear.
What's the point? You're like, what, 60? In another 60 years you'll be dead, and then what? Leave the kingdom to your firstborn?
I'll be around a lot longer than 60 years. A lot longer. You really don't know me, do you? You really don't know anything about me.
What if he's the last dragon?
Apparently not. How did you get the other 2 jewels?
I've had one of them for ages. The other came into my possession only a week ago, as luck would have it. And now I have the last 2, and the disc.
Why didn't you go look for the jewels and the pieces of the disc yourself?
I would have. But my power over Arcadia has been disturbingly limited until now. The Tyran have proved a valuable addition to my disciples, and with their help, I've dispensed with most of my opposition in Arcadia. But still, locating the stones would have required the cooperation of the Sentinel. Now, I may be a charismatic man, but I doubt they would have told me anything. And those wretched magical races, you think they would have cooperated? No.
The magic
They were
races
waiting
were
for
nice
their
people, though.
savior, their prophecy come true. And you seem to fit the bill. Why not take advantage of that? As for the jewels, the white and the blue of the Drykin were not likely to submit to me, and that was a battle even I'd be well advised to avoid. But time is ticking, Shifter, and the wheel of the balance is turning. Please, enter the elevator to your right. I want to show you something.
This villain's actually been much nicer than I would have thought. It sounds odd to say, but I just mean, like,
What do you think?
he completely sees me as a non-threat, but
What
finds
is
it
it?
fascinating to show me things anyway.
This is the end result of the centuries of work and research the Vanguard have done. A breeding ground for shifters such as yourself. Warrior shifters. So tell me, what do you think?
I'm impressed.
So you should be. There's technology here that could... well, it has changed the world in ways you could never understand.
You'd be surprised.
Now, give me the disc and the jewels. And don't try anything this time. I might have to hurt you myself.
What is that? Were you storing the disc in there?
I will ask this one last time, because I am a patient man. Where is the gateway to the Guardian's realm?
In space.
And I'll say this one final time because I'm a patient woman. Go screw yourself.
That's all I needed to know. I'll leave you alone here for a while. When I come back, I'm sure you'll be a lot more cooperative.
Okay, I don't know how much time we'll have.
Elevator locked. Hoverpad exit
Okay,
closed.
that's good.
Hoverpad exit.
We're being chased by something.
It's still coming after me. Oh, this wasn't such a good idea.
What are you?
Hey, you want to try discussing things over a hot cup of mocha instead of all this killing April business? I guess not. Well, help!
Fall off, please. Oh, yes.
Cortez!
Okay, wow. What a cutscene.
You've been keeping some rough company, señorita. Better be more careful in the future, no?
Where have you been?
What? Were you worried?
Yeah.
Yes. No, I mean, I was scared you were, you know, dead.
So you care about me. Ave Maria Purissima. What am I going to do now without you telling me to get lost?
Don't joke about this, Cortez. I've been in a lot of situations these past few days where I could have needed your help, but you weren't there.
Perdóname. Forgive me, señorita. I've been indisposed. When I finally managed to escape my prison last night, I began looking for you. You left an interesting trail, I must say.
What do you mean?
For one, the border house, most of Venice for that matter, was under guard. There seemed to be some question as to how you managed to escape the Vanguard agents.
Magic.
So I thought. You've been picking up a few pointers in Arcadia.
A couple, I guess.
I'm turning into quite the Girl Scout. It's amazing how resourceful you can be when you're in a bind.
I see. I've noticed.
How'd you get captured?
How did the Vanguard capture you?
With a small army, and with the help of a very dangerous man, Gordon Holloway.
I met him. Not the most personable guy in the world, and he could really do with some sun.
Gordon is a creature of pure logic. He was split in two halves when he was a child, one bound to Stark, the other to Arcadia. The victim of terrible Vanguard experiments, I'm afraid.
The Chaos Vortex, right?
That's him. He's magical and chaotic, half untethered. What some people would call his soul. Gordon would have been Guardian had the Vanguard not destroyed him.
I heard the story. Can he still be Guardian?
The Vanguard believes so, but if he did become Guardian, he would twist and corrupt the balance to his own benefit. What the consequences would be, I fear to even think.
Have you told me everything I should know, Cortez?
About?
About this. About everything that's happened to me in the past, say, week.
I've told you all I can tell you.
Yeah, sure. You know, I overheard a conversation between you and your friend, Father Raoul, and then McAllen.
Jacob McAllen? He's here?
He was.
Yeah.
He released that mutant freak on me, so that I'd tell him where the gateway to the Guardian's realm is.
Ay, Dios mío. We must get you away from here. He's a very dangerous...
There he is.
Why, if it isn't a family reunion.
I could smell your hand in this, brother. The Vanguard. Was this the extent of your originality? If you had to meddle in the affairs of mortals, would it not have been prudent to show a little subtlety?
He seized the dragon and bound him for 1,000 years. Free at last, brother? Thais Salutaris.
Giselle. I didn't picture you walking amongst men in a man's body with a man's name. McAllen. The balance must not have dealt you and yours with the best of hands.
The balance will cease to be, brother. The scales will topple, and the old walls will fall. The age of dragons is imminent, whether you join us or not.
Join you? You symbolize all that I despise. You hate and fear these mortals so much, you bring on chaos to destroy them, but you will only succeed in destroying yourself. Our time will come eventually, but not by your doing.
Are these worlds of mortals so important to you that you forget who you are?
I never forgot who I am. That crime is yours alone, brother.
What's this? There is still time. You are blood of my blood, kin to my kin. You are immortal dragon, and our destinies weigh the scales of the universe.
Where do you get all those cliches, kin to my kin? Doesn't it ever bother you that you sound like a badly written play?
Oh, well. I will not miss your sarcasm, brother. It always felt a little... strained. Tabas!
I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that.
Cortez!
He can't hear you, April. We gotta trust that he'll come
Cortez's
out
watch stopped.
and survives
God,
this.
his heart. That's what Brian said Cortez called it. His heart. His heart has stopped. Cortez is dead. I can't believe that. It doesn't make sense because... He's gone. They all die. God damn! I can't. Everybody I love dies. Everybody I love.
Sunday, August 6th, 2209. Early evening, just before sunset. How many more surprises is life gonna spring on me today? And how many more of my friends will have to die before this is all over? 2 in one day is just too much. Cortez. I can't believe that he's gone, just like that. And the fact that he was one of the kin. I didn't even think... I should have known, of course, but then again, I'm not used to friends and family turning out to be dragons from other planets. At least, not until last week. So Cortez and McAllen were the 2 Drakekin in Stark. Now I have all 4 jewels, or I will as soon as I retrieve the disc and the jewels from McAllen's safe. Actually, come to think of it, does a fall like that kill dragons? I assume no. Assume both... Well, Cortez we don't know, but at least McAllen will be fine and he'll turn up to hurt us again later.
From McAllen's little demonstration, I'd say that was some kind of fancy safe or containment chamber.
Yeah. Let's quickly mess with the computer again.
Unlock containment chamber? I think yes.
Press it. Take the disc. Nice, now we have the completed stone disc.
It's the complete and assembled stone disc, forged by the fire of a dragon and chilled in the cool waters of the Sentinel Enclave.
And now we have to get out of here. How do we do that? No guards here this time?
And what, pray tell, took you so long?
Sorry, Jerry.
Excuse me. I'm talking to you. Stop.
Screw you, Jerry.
Fantastic. Okay. The guard here is gone too. Once again, unsure how much time we have. We gotta try and get out of here as fast as we can. And head back to Flipper, actually.
Hello? Flipper? Oh my god, what happened to you?
They shot me. They took the fucking map.
Oh, that's not good.
Who?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, but they promised me I'd walk again.
Who did?
Halloway, the Vanguard. I had a deal with them. Then, when you come back, I sent word they wanted the map, information on it. They wanted you.
You sold me out to the Vanguard?
I'm so sorry. They threatened me with they said you can walk again or you can fucking die. Your choice. My choice.
I understand. Just take it easy. Don't move too much. I'm gonna call the cops and then...
No! No, don't. I'm dying. They would just put me in jail. Listen to me. April. The map. I deciphered it. They took it with them, everything. But I made a copy. Over there on the screen.
What am I looking at?
I played with the map you gave me, and though there was information missing,
Why don't you just take it easy for a while? Don't say anything.
They took it. See the flashing cross? That's the destination on the map. Some kind of anomaly, I guess. Nothing about it in any data bank, but right next to it, there's a spaceport, the Morning Star. Transfer terminal to the colonies, luxury hotels, casinos. If you need to get to the position on the map, that's the way to do it. Go to the Morning Star. Halloway was bringing something with him up there to the station. I heard them talking about it. Sounded important.
The Guardian? It's gotta be the Guardian.
These guys are bad, worst. You gotta be careful. I'm fucking telling you.
I'm the only chance we got.
I know. Get him. Get up there to the Morning Star. Go to the Morning Star. Do what you have to do now.
I will.
I'm sorry.
You okay, Flipper? Flipper!
Not him too.
Damn. Thanks, Flipper.
Okay, newest diary entry. When I went back to the Flipper to ask him about the star map, there was another surprise waiting for me. He'd been shot and left for dead by good old Gordon, my bestest friend in the whole world. Flipper was still alive when I got there, barely, and it turns out he'd sold me out. Not that he had a choice, unlike Zack, but at least he felt bad about it, and he managed to give me the information I needed before he... Gordon took the Guardian to a colonial transfer station called the Morning Star. The entrance, the wormhole that leads into the Guardian's realm, is located not too far away from the station. So now I need to get there somehow. I think it's time to rethink that whole colonization program. Maybe it's good for something after all. This is turning into one hell of a long journey. From Newport to Elias into outer space. Too bad I don't get frequent flyer miles. And so we have to now go back to the fancy people district.
Junk.
We have to get back to the fancy people district in town and go to the colonization office, which is where the lady works that we just, to her face, told her that she works for an evil company. Alright, we're upstairs. And now we have to go here to the tubes. And that is actually, I guess, a spaceport, or part of it. You have to request to be transferred to one of the colonies. Register as a colonist. Okay, let's talk to the representative.
Welcome back, ma'am. How may I help you?
Well, I'd like to sign up after all.
I'd like to register as a colonist.
Very good, ma'am. You won't regret this decision, I can assure you of that.
I'm sure I will. In fact, I already do.
Yes, well, we'll do our best to find the perfect colony for your tenure after you fill out a simple multiple-choice form.
Already know where I want to go.
Why not just call it slavery? I mean, that's what it is, isn't it?
Oh, no, ma'am, certainly not.
This is a repeat of a line
Whatever.
we've
I
already
just
had.
need to get on a ship that'll take me through to the Morning Star transfer station.
We do have a ship leaving this evening with colonists bound for Bokamba 8, and that does stop at the Morning Star. But I'd suggest you go through our pamphlets.
No, that's where I
Sign
want to
me
go.
up for, what was it? Bokamba 8? That's where I want to go.
All right, ma'am. If you would just hand me your Newport ID card and place your right thumb on that black square, we can get you registered.
No problem. Here's my very real ID.
There. That's it, ma'am. You're registered. Now, if you just take your baggage.
No baggage.
Nothing, ma'am? Well, you will receive everything you need when you get to the colonies, so no problem. Just head up to gate number 1 and wait in our lounge. And I have to remind you that if you choose not to board your ship this evening, you will have committed a corporate offense, and you will be subject to imprisonment.
And a nice day to you, too.
I gotta say, that was an awesome shot, that in space. Well, that concludes chapter 11, and I'll see you next time on chapter 12.